Hello, this is Mia with the Rainbow Cauldron, and I'm here to do a reading for Apple Flower. And Apple Flower wants to know, she is interested in a guy, and she's kind of getting some weird feelings from him, and she's not quite sure of his motives, and she really just wants to know what's going on, and is there a future together? And all right, and what we've got here, we've got the Aphrodite incense that we also used in the last reading for love. Um, ah, and I'm sorry, it's causing the camera to get all blurry because of all the smoke. and We also have a red cloth here for love and passion, which I always like to use red instead of pink for new relationships, because I feel like new relationships really involve a lot of passion. And if you're wanting to spark something, red is really more the color you would use. And the stones we have here are rose quartz. Sorry, rose quartz for love. Tiger's eye for clear thought and vision, and chrysocolla, and this one's so pretty. And this is for and chrysocolla is it's a very beautiful stone here, and a lot of it is for clear thinking, and I think that's needed here. All right, and so for this spread, we're going to do, it's actually a combination of two spreads, and I just call it the relationship and partner status. It's the status of the relationship along with what your partner is thinking, what your partner wants. Since you were wanting to know what his motives were, I thought this would be a good spread to determine that. All right, so the first card we're getting is your relationship status, and that is the Hanged Man. And this is you, which is the Ace of Swords, and him, the Two of Swords. And this is actually the first spread, the status of the relationship, and then the status of him. This is what he wants, and this is the Knave of Chalices. This is what he does not want, which is the Five of Chalices. And the last card is what he wants you to know, and that's the Eight of Swords. Okay, so we'll start from the beginning here. The status of the relationship, and we're getting the Hangman here, and see the card. And this has a lot to do with stagnation. Right now, there isn't a relationship. There's nothing really going on. You're both just experiencing life, and that's as simple as that. There's really nothing going on. There is no status of the relationship. And this is where you're at. You are the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. It's trying to find the truth. That's the honest interpretation of this card, and obviously that makes a lot of sense, and that's well, no kidding sort of card. You're just trying to figure out where you stand with him, and what he wants, and I think that's pretty obvious, you know. And for him, we have the Two of Swords, and this has to do with a balance of mind and heart. Um, he is kind of paralyzed in a sense. Um, doesn't know which way to go. He's trying to balance out how he feels versus how he should act, what he should say. Um, a balance of heart and mind. And he's finding it difficult to move further. This was very similar to the first card here. Um, both of them are in a meditative state, and they're unmoving. The state of the relationship is very tied to him. And you, as the Ace of Swords, you're just trying to figure out, you're just trying to cut through the bullshit, so to speak, and try to figure out what is going on. All right. And the next part is what he wants. And we have the Knave of Chalices here. Um, really, if you look at this card, we have a man here who's looking into his reflection in a pond, and there's flowers around and fairies and things like that. And he's really just trying to understand himself and trying to figure out what he wants. To really look into his inner self and figure out how he feels. He's focusing more on himself right now, and that's the same thing we're seeing in the Two of Swords, inner contemplation. It's like these three cards are so connected. They're all kind of the same sort of line, not going anywhere, trying to find a balance, looking into himself. It's all connected, and it makes sense. And then we have what he doesn't want, and this card is very telling. We have the Five of Chalices here, and I'm going to put this up here so you can see. And wow, you can see what this card is about just by looking at it. Drama, heartache, hurt feelings, yours and his. I'm getting the feeling that he doesn't want you to be hurt, and him be the cause of it. He's probably not as into you as you are into him, and he's afraid that will cause problems. I know that's probably hard to hear. He's not, he's also not wanting to get too involved with you because he doesn't want to get too attached and then get hurt himself. Really, all around, this card has a lot to do with hurt feelings. And I think most people don't want hurt feelings, and it's especially true for him right now. And the final card is what he wishes you knew. And we have the Eight of Swords here. And the Eight of Swords has to do with complexity. Look at all that stuff going on all around her. And look how exhausted she is. She's just flopped there on the chair with all this stuff all around her. So much to do. There is so much going on in his life right now. So much on his plate. He's already feeling overextended, and he doesn't want to complicate his life more. Really, that's what we're seeing here. There's so much on his plate right now, and he feels like this relationship is just going to make it more complicated. All right, so an overall assessment here. To me, this looks like he does have feelings for you, but they may not be as strong as you would hope. And it looks like he has so much going on in his life. He's afraid that a full-on relationship with you is going to complicate his life even more. He doesn't want the drama of a breakup, should there be one. And really, I get the feeling that he thinks there would be, that he thinks that the relationship between you and him would not be long lasting, and he doesn't want the drama of the ending. He doesn't want the hurt feelings from you or him. And I know this isn't exactly a positive reading, but I hope it gives some insight to how he's feeling, and knowing this may help you to move on to something that's better for you, and maybe something that's better for him. Who knows, maybe at some point he'll life will get easier, and he'll start opening himself up more, and have that balance that he was looking for. Anyway, so I hope you liked your reading, and I hope it's very helpful. Thank you so much for really asking and for letting me do this reading for you.